Hey y'all, it's Nadia. This week we've been talking about where it all started. The little girl who thought she wasn't wanted, how busy felt like rejection, the emotional abandonment wound, and hmm, today we're talking about what came next, how I became the strong one. Hmm. Not because I wanted to, but because I thought I had to be. Wonder why. When you grow up feeling like When you grow up feeling like you shouldn't need too much, you learn to need less. When you feel like people are already busy, you learn not to add to their load. So I started becoming independent early, handling things myself early, huh, figuring things out myself, entertaining myself, processing things alone. Not because someone formally assigned me that role, but because I stepped into it quietly but ferociously. Because somewhere in my mind, I believed being low maintenance made me easier to love. And boy, was I wrong. And I found out in my adult years just how wrong I was. Along with independence came responsibility. I learned to handle things maturely, to be dependable, to show up, to do what needed to be done by any means necessary. People started seeing me as responsible, strong, capable. And when people start describing you that way, you start living up to that identity. You don't want to disappoint anyone. You don't want to seem weak. You don't want to look like you can't handle it. So you keep handling it. Even when it gets heavy, you struggle, but you handle it nonetheless. One of the ways I maintained that strong identity was by staying busy. Talk about carrying something into your adulthood. Baby, on my back like a ton of bricks. Busy feels like productive. Busy feels like valuable. Busy, it feels safe too. Because when you're busy, you don't have to feel, you don't have time to feel anything, everything, nothing. You don't have time to sit with emotions. You don't have time to process old wounds. You don't have time to acknowledge loneliness. You just move. And I became very good at moving. Can you say, master that shit? Because yes, I did. Working, helping, building, doing, learning, teaching, giving, creating, parenting. From the outside, it looked like ambition, drive, motivation, and some of it was. But underneath it was a need to feel worthy. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Somewhere along the way, achievement became tied to my value. If I was accomplishing something, I felt important. If I was helping someone, I felt needed. If I was producing something, I felt seen. And when you start connecting achievement to emotional validation, you don't slow down easily. if at all. You keep going and going and going. You keep doing. You keep providing like the fucking Energizer Bunny. Because doing becomes your language of worth. And if you're not careful, you can build an entire identity around being the strong one. I have proof because I am a single mother, a full time employee, a full time student. I have a craft business, well, craft and event planning business. I founded a nonprofit. I'm a travel agent. I'm a life insurance producer or agent. I'm a tax preparer. I'm an instructor of anger management, alcohol and substance abuse, domestic violence courses, etc. I'm a licensed and certified domestic violence coach. I'm a DV survivor and advocate, a soror. I was the president and a member of social clubs. I started a magazine. I self-published several books. Wait, y'all, wait. This the kicker. I even have a certificate as an ordained minister. Look, I could go on and on for days, but I was just trying to prove a point. So you should catch my drift, right? Okay, moving on. People start depending on you, counting on you, coming to you. You become the one who has it all together, the one who handles things, the one who figures it out. And eventually, you stop showing the parts of you that don't feel strong. You hide the uncertainty. You hide the exhaustion. You hide the moments when you wish someone would just show up for you. Because once you become the strong one, people rarely ask you if you're okay. They never do. It's not rare, never. It's okay to ask. They assume you are. So you carry it quietly. And I did. Here's what I've been realizing lately. I didn't just become strong because it's natural. I became strong because I thought I had to be loved. I thought I had to be valued, to be chosen, to be safe. Strength became my protection, my identity, my survival strategy. But strength without softness can become isolation because if nobody ever sees you need support, nobody ever offers it. And if you never allow yourself to need support, you stay in a cycle of carrying everything alone. Listen, y'all, listen. My pride won't even allow me to ask for nor accept help because I've been being strong and doing it on my own for so long, it doesn't feel right getting help, even if I don't ask for it. And let's be honest, let's just be real about it. I never asked for help. Get frustrated for it, but I'm a work in progress. And I'm learning now to be strong. And being strong doesn't mean being self contained, it doesn't mean never needing anyone, it doesn't mean never feeling tired, it doesn't mean never wanting emotional support. It just means I survived. But now I want more than survival. I want balance. I want softness. I want to be able to exist without feeling like I have to hold everything together all the time. And that means redefining strength, not as something I perform, but as something I carry with room for vulnerability too. LOL, vulnerability. Now, I can't even believe I just said that word. Some of us became strong because we thought we had to be loved. We became independent because we didn't want to be a burden. Now, how many times somebody heard me say that? We became responsible because we didn't want to disappoint anyone. We stayed busy because it felt safer than feeling. And I already told y'all feeling was weakness. But I'm working on it. But strength doesn't have to mean doing life alone. This is week 1, episode 4. I became the strong one. Tomorrow, we're connecting all of this together. How overachieving became my survival language. So I'm going to say this again. Stay with me. It's a journey. And I need the company. Or better yet, be my accountability partner. Strap up for the ride. Is a bumpy one, but it's a needed one.